What is going on, guys? Cody here. Today we're going to be going over the first of the 5 steps for success for the first playbook in the Madden 13 game. We have Arizona's playbook today, and we're going to be going over the first of the 5 steps for success, and that's a three-headed rushing attack. And today we're going to go over a couple of different ways to find the three-headed rushing attack. As you see here, we have the single back ace here, and you have a couple of good options. You have some nice runs from single back ace, and we know how effective single back ace is this year. So if I would to make the stretch my audible here, I could flip it here, as you see here, and there's no tell. I don't have to playmaker. Like some formations, you have to playmaker and you can flip the run on the right, but you see how your quarterback's doing that. That's basically a tell to the opponent what you're going to be doing. But if you flip it here, you could be flipping it, you could be audibling to another play. There's so many things you could be doing from this, whereas running the ball is only one of them. And as you see, this run audible down is a run that's kind of a zone run inside here. We're attacking the inside both, and you can again flip this play and run it anywhere. Here I'm just going to run it some flips a couple times here, and then just run the play. And as you see, they have no idea where I'm going, and I didn't even have an idea of where I was going. So that's a good thing. But again, that's probably the best that I can give you from Arizona. I'll show you some other formations. It could be a potential candidate, but single back ace just is so effective because you could have the halfback counter in there. You could have and then the card zone weak is, I think, the run audible down, or it's the slam. It's either one of those two. But you could also put this PA zone and seam in here, and if you see this route on the left side here, is a stock fade. And we all know stock fades are unbumpable routes. So if you wanted, you could put that in your audibles and just run this run audible down here. But I'm going to recommend going ahead and setting the halfback stretch as our main audible from the single back ace formation. Now I'm going to set it as the run audible X. When I'm using single back ace, I like to make it an X audible because it's kind of in the middle. And I don't know, I just don't like doing the R1, L1 thing when I'm only using one run. But I will show you some other candidates for the running formation. Excuse me there. But you see we have this close zone strong. This is actually a really effective run play. As you see, we have basically 3 people to the right side of the field, and you see we can kind of fit this thing in. But the only problem with this run is it's not universal, because you see how your dude will move out like this, and if I tried to, like, there's just nothing really other than that run in this formation, to be honest. There are some decent passing concepts, but nothing really over effective now, and that would mean that we'd have to use more of our audibles to get some decent audibles out of that formation. So they have to key on the run, which they'd probably be able to do because there's nothing else that we would really be doing in this set. However, this run is probably one of the more effective ones in the game. However, stretch is also an effective run, so that's kind of a way that's going to go there. You could run this ace pair, or not the ace pair, but the ace pair of twins here. You have a zone left, and you have like a stretch. You should have a dive, so you have the zone left, and that would be kind of your off tackle kind of thing. But it's just not as good as ace, to be honest. Come out in doubles. Nothing really in doubles. Come out in tight doubles. You should have a draw from tight doubles, so you could use the draw from that. Y trips. Nothing really new there. I-form Pro, they do have the I-form stretch, which as you see here, it's an auto-direction run. Auto-direction is not effective because they can kind of key in on the snap count and just run right through the A-gap. So I-form Pro 10s for me would be the only other candidate for a running set. As you see, you can have the halfback blast here, and I think the halfback, I like to come out in the stretch, but you see the halfback dive is your run audible down, so you can make the stretch your R1 audible, the blast your L1 audible, and you could really tear people up from this one. This is actually one of the better running formations of the game. As you see, we have our quick pass here, and this pass to Davis is like a rocket catch if you time it right. So in your deep pass, you have this route to the running back, so you could kind of leave that open. I think the first one I heard And then you have this play action here, where you have like a drag and a streak combo on the left side there. But it's pretty basic, so I will say that. But I think it's pretty effective, to be honest. Don't know what happened there, but anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and set the stretch as my audible, because like it's the most versatile. But if you are more of a run-heavy person, I would suggest using these two plays. Another formation that actually I kind of thought about for a little bit was this weak slot, and putting the counter strong and the zone and zone weak in it, because there's some effective passing plays out of this formation. And you see, this run is just so effective. I mean, you could kind of go it inside or outside depending on the way the defense goes, as you see, and then you could get something like this and just break it out, and it's pretty effective. And then you could go, like, say, to your play action audible, or not your play action, but your run audible down, and you have this power out. The only thing though was there was auto motion, and so it just wasn't effective enough for me to use multiple audibles on. So that's why I left it, to be honest. Another thing I've actually been doing recently is running a split offset, and the halfback draw and the halfback power out in conjunction with one another are pretty effective. Let me just show you. You can slide protect that halfback draw to the right, and a lot of times you'll get some decent running lanes. Okay, I'm in a bad defense to kind of show you. The 155 is actually a very effective run defense. If you guys don't know that, maybe check out the 155. It's pretty good in terms of run defense. There's just no pressure from it this year. But the run all down, as you see, is the halfback draw from split offset. So you could come out in like this a bonus play that I'm going to show you guys later, but you could come out in that and then audible into your draw and really kind of mess them up. But that's pretty much it for the running formations. I mean, I-form tight is not very good from this, because they only have like the power and the blast, and just it's not that good for my money. So like I said before, the single back ace, halfback stretch is going to be our main audible here. It's going to be the X audible. And our quick pass is standard. You can have a slant or curl flats on the outside there. Basically, you could just put them on curls, or if you're an advanced player, put them on smart routed out routes and just snap and throw it when they cut like that, and they're going to get that separation. And then deep pass audible is one of the most effective plays in the game. You see we have two streaks. We have that option route, which we can throw with the pass lead. We have a smart routed out route already on the left side, and we have an in route to boss. Now this is actually a real NFL concept. This is a levels concept. Basically the streaks are going to clear out space for the drag or the little option route to be open. As you see, the option route is going to be wide open with the two streaks. And I think I was watching a YouTube video earlier today by CompeteForever.com, and they were talking about this concept of levels, and I was like, man, that's real NFL actually. So I guess some plays in Madden, if you actually trace them back far enough, they will relate to NFL plays. But as you see, this in route, I want to talk about the in route here. If you throw the in route right as he cuts, like literally right as soon as he turns, no pass, they just bullet pass it. If you see, they just, for whatever reason, he kind of just never gets covered. I don't know why, but especially if it's like a 3rd and 10 and you need a route, throw that out route and no pass, they just like rocket throw it. So like basically just bullet pass it. So like hold circle down in like a bullet passing animation, if you will. And a lot of times he'll get open. If he doesn't get open, he just, he won't get open. But most of the time, even if he's covered, he's open. Like here, especially in man. In man coverage, he always gets open. Zone coverage could be kind of dicey, but again, we have the other routes here for zone coverage. You see these streaks are so effective this year. So that's going to do it for that play. The play action audible, I don't really run it, to be honest. But you could. I mean, you could put moss on a drag here, and you could streak coolly, and you could actually just run this. And as you see, you have two crossing routes over the middle, which the streak's going to clear out space for. So some pretty effective actual things you can do with this. And I also want to talk real quick about, before the video is over, about some hot routes on a single back ace. If we just go to a standard quick pass here, one of the things that I like to do is Go ahead and put Garcon on a fade route on the left side. We know that we can. That's going to beat man coverage. Go ahead and put Moss on a fade route on the right side. And we're going to do something with that. So just remember to put him on a fade. Now, I like to go ahead and take Helu and put him on a wheel route. And to whatever side he's on, he's going to act like a curl flat concept. I'll talk about that a little later. But as you see here, dang, I'm going to bump this thing. As you see here, he's going to act like a flat route to the right side. Now, you can go ahead and streak Davis and go ahead and drag Cooley. Now, as you see here, basically what we end up with is a drag streak combo over the middle, 2 fade routes for user catching options that beat man coverage on the outside, and a flat route to Helu, which is going to clear out space for this fade route to the right side later on in the game. So you're going to motion Moss 2 steps in like this, and you're going to snap, and if they're off coverage, you're just going to throw the ball. For whatever reason, he dropped it there, so let's do it again. 2 steps in, snap, and just throw it. Oh, I forgot to mention that. You don't want to throw it against zone coverage. You want to wait on that pass lead. I'll show you in a minute. This was actually zone. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I thought it was in man coverage, but against zone coverage, what you're going to do is you're going to wait, then throw it right there. Once he splits the yellows, that's when you're going to throw it against zone coverage. I don't know. I forgot to say that in the beginning. But basically, it's literally almost an exact concept of curl flats, but they're just different routes. As you see here, because against a blitz like this, you could just throw that route and be wide open. And that's the cool part. And hopefully, Madden will call it man coverage here. But you'll see against man coverage, he gets that inside position. And then again, if you want to throw to Helu, you could maybe work like a screen thing on the right side to kind of mix that in some. But this is universal hot routing out of this, especially on PS3. This works really well. But like a blitz situation here, and then you have that dude over there. So that would be like a snap read to the right side. If they're in man coverage, and go back to your left and hit your fade over there. So just some effective hot routes from Ace I just wanted to go over. But that's your first read on the right side. On the left, and then your next read is going to be your crossing route over the middle against zone coverage. And then your last read on the play is the user catch fade to the left side. So you just want to swivel your dude in. I did not do that there, of course. So you also have that, but that's only against goal line. It doesn't work against standard defenses for whatever reason, but it works against goal line. But anyway, snap, and then throw it, and then user swivel outside and then come back inside like that, and you can get that animation. So that's pretty much all I have today for the single back ace breakdown of the 300 rushing tech out of Arizona's playbook. Also, guys, remember that I'm going to be probably next week, after I get this through this week, because this is the first week of baseball season, and some other stuff I have going on this week. But after this week, I should be more into a groove on these videos and be pumping them out daily. I'm thinking about a possibility of 2 videos a day. It's going to be tough, but I might be able to get it out. If you guys want to see gameplay, let me know. I'm thinking about dissecting a dissecting series. So basically, I break down my gameplay. I'll break down other people's gameplay if they would like. But simply put, I just kind of go in and watch and tell you how to play in certain situations, hot routes to do, stuff like that. So basically just to give you guys a way to see how we play this game in-game. I know you guys see a lot of practice mode from me, so I would like to get into games. I'm going to be having some nice gameplays coming up where I'm just going to be playing a game, and it's just going to be me over. It's going to be voiceover, but it's still going to be pretty cool. So, but that's about it for this video, guys. I appreciate you guys checking it out. I know we went a little long again. Once I get into these formations, there's so much you can do with this stuff. I keep bumping that button. Anyway, that's what we got going on this week. Again, this week's going to be Arizona. We're just going to go through every playbook in order until Madden 14 comes out. And that should be 30 weeks, so that's going to take a while. That should take us at least to Madden 14. And we may have to cut it off, or may have to do some extras because, you know, Madden 14 is right around the corner. But definitely be on the lookout for that. again, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I didn't get the rest of the Walsh stuff out to you guys. I might do that later on. I might revisit it later on this week once I get everything through and have time. But this week was kind of crazy. This last week was kind of crazy for me, so I just couldn't pump out videos like I normally do. So I'm sorry for that. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching this video, and I will hope you guys, if you guys are new to the channel, go ahead and check out the subscription button. If you guys are followers of this channel, go ahead and give us a like, because what a like does basically gives this channel publicity. It's free publicity. All you guys have to do is hit like a little button, I think, right below the channel. So, right below the video. So, a little step goes a long way, because what happens is when people search the videos, they'll see our channel, so that way we'll be able to grow, and more people can come to the channel, more people can ask for questions, more people can submit gameplays, and we can just grow and become bigger and better. Also guys, this is my last deadline. This ebook is finished. You guys know I was writing an ebook just to kind of get my stuff out on paper and kind of give you guys a little bit more of a scheme, if you will, a little bit more of a written setup kind of thing, and that's out. It is finished. The only thing I'm waiting on is I'm waiting on Z-Boy and S-Gibbs. They were gone this weekend. They were busy doing some stuff, so I couldn't post it this weekend, but I have okayed it. It will be posted Friday. Instead of Full Scheme Friday this week, that's what will be posted. We'll still do this daily show this week, but that's what's going to go up. So a little talk towards the end about the channel, where we're going moving forward. Appreciate you guys checking us out. And again, submit your questions to me via inbox on YouTube. So like YouTube, I think you can send me like a message on YouTube, or email me. The email's in the description, as to what things you want me to go over, because on Mondays from now on, I'm going to be doing a mail, like basically where you ask me questions and I answer them, and we're going to be going over that. So it's going to be a question and answer session starting next week, probably be about 30 minutes. I don't know how long. I'm going to hop in practice mode and just go through your questions. So hopefully you guys appreciate that, and we will see you guys next time. Be sure to check out the links below, and check out the new YouTube channel layout I have for you guys. I updated the channel this weekend. So hopefully you guys enjoy that, and we will see you tomorrow with the man beater. Thanks, guys.